All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Supermarket Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Peter, good morning. How you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I am absolutely fantastic. Already been out, played tennis. I'm expecting my daughter to be over and my good buddy
Nice.
Chunks to be showing up this morning. So, yeah, life is good. Going away for the weekend with the
That's
guys.
right. That's right.
Having some fun, drinking some scotch, doing some construction work. Arr, 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 arr,
What
good
can go
weekend.
wrong, right? Nice.
Oh
Nice.
man, I'm only 5 sleeps away from my big European vacation. I'm telling you, man, I'm loving life right now. Things are good.
Love it, man. Love it. So glad to hear that. Hope everyone else has had a great week so far, and hope you guys have half of the weekend that Peter's about to have. So, all right, my friends, let's get into it today. Our gappers list this morning. What do we have here? So, not a whole lot. Very,
Pretty light, eh?
very quiet.
Goodness.
And this whole week has been a little bit funky, right? It's just it's been slow, but as far as building a list. But once the bell rings, man, we're finding opportunities. There's things to trade. There's things that we're having a chance to trade. So that's been good, in that sense.
And I agree. I agree with that. It's funny because the first week, 2 weeks maybe of September often are the lightest in terms of news announcements and market moving events. But there's often they're good trading times because, as you say, Carlos, if you're patient, you can find trades in stocks, but it's not necessarily the movers. So, we keep looking at the gappers because you never know. Sometimes they have an impact. But often, this is why I actually ended up developing a focus on AMD, for example. And I know others focus on Tesla or Amazon or Microsoft. It doesn't matter, right? Sometimes you just need to watch something consistently because when nothing else is happening, it gives you a place to go to. Now, that being said, Carlos, if you look at the stock, AMD yesterday, oh my God, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It was just a horrible trading stock yesterday. But that's when I moved over to other things. Keep an eye on Tesla. What did I do yesterday? Apple. I think I traded Apple all day yesterday. I mean, look at that. That is a horrible chart on AMD.
Yeah,
It really
like if I were to hide the ticker name and show you this, you would never guess AMD is
Yeah.
your top pick. It just doesn't happen.
It's funny. I did that exact thing yesterday in the room, and yeah, it's just you look at that and you say, I don't want to go anywhere near that. It's horrible. But I said Apple actually moved fairly well yesterday, gave some opportunities. Anyways, you just gotta
Yeah.
pick your spots. Pick your spots.
Yeah, absolutely. And patience, guys, requires a lot of patience. Let's get into a little bit of news, if any, for this Friday morning, Peter.
Yeah, a couple small things, but not much. A couple speeches from the vice chair. Barr is speaking in a few minutes at 9 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, the San Francisco Fed Daily speaks. Those don't have a market impact. Wholesale inventories at 10. Consumer credit at 3, neither of which generally have a big market impact. Yesterday, we did see some market movement around 10 with some of the announcements that happened then, but I don't know that I expect much to move today as a result of these economic releases. So we got to keep an eye on the scanners and the gappers list, and we'll see what happens. But no matter what happens, I'm still high on life.
There you go, my friend. So yeah, guys, let's get to it. A good question here. Yeah,
and we can't forget what starts today. Money Show in Toronto.
That's
And if you
right.
happen to be in the Toronto area today and tomorrow, Money Show is happening. You got to go visit our good buddy Andrew. Look at that, right on the cover here of the promo material. Where is he? Right there. Look at that. Look at that handsome lad. And then, of course, inside we've got Artie is also speaking. Look at that. Look at him like waving to the crowd. I just love the fact. Look at our people sponsored in these events. So yeah, if you're anywhere near Toronto, go check out the Money Show. It's free. You can show up. We have a meetup afterwards. Andrew's going to be buying you a drink. So yeah, show up. That's on Saturday, I think, after the money show's over. So you can go see Artie present in the afternoon, and then head over for the meetup. So yeah, check it out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And again, this Andrew is packing his suit. I saw
Yeah,
something on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it.
that's the
Um,
one bummer that I'm going away this weekend and not able to attend this because I honestly did. I wanted to see Andrew in the suit. I was
Same here.
encouraging
Yeah,
him to wear the suit, and I really wanted to see that because I think it'll make for an interesting presentation. I expect him to be on the front page of the next one, right? Because I mean, they got this guy in the pink suit on the front of this episode. Oh, you can't see it, but oh, there he is. Anyways, I think that's got to be Andrew next time, right? Showing up in a full mountain climbing suit.
oh,
I mean,
it
most
has to
people
be.
like
Yeah,
me, I've never seen one in real life. They're actually pretty impressive, right? So, anyways,
yeah, yeah. No, no, that would be. I'm definitely gonna miss that. It's just too
so
much stuff going on at home. But
and
yeah, that's gonna be fun for sure.
Nanook is asking about the meetup. So just to repeat, there is a meetup. It's Saturday, so tomorrow. I think it's starting at probably around 5:30 or 6. It'll be after Artie's presentation at the Money Show after it closes. So check our website. I think we've got information there about exactly when it is. But
Yeah,
or I'm sure that Artie,
Abby
sorry,
just put a
Abiel
link
will
up.
be.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
just threw a link in the chat there, and I just copied and threw it over in our YouTube chat as well. So, and
perfect.
you don't have to be a member, by the way. So if you're in Toronto area and you're
Yeah,
not a member of BBT, you can still sign up completely free. Me, Andrew, and the gang, and uh, and hopefully he'll take the swim wear there too for a little bit. That'll be fun.
yeah, great point.
Or
If
at
you're out
least
there on
bring it so we could
YouTube and
watch it. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and you just want to check us out. It's a great way to like actually meet other traders. See that we're real humans. We're not AI generated, no matter what Carlos's name is in the room there. So yeah, and just have a good conversation. Sometimes it helps, right, to know you're not alone, and there's other people trying the same thing. You can ask them all sorts of questions. It's a big difference when you get face to face. So yeah, if you're not a member, if you're just joining us on YouTube, check it out. It's free. The Money Show's free. The meetup is free. It's a good just intro. We love just meeting the members of the community or those that are interested traders. So
yeah,
check it
yeah.
out.
Absolutely, guys. All right, so let's look at our gappers list again. We don't have a lot here, so we got some time this morning. FNGR is finger motion. So finger motion. We heard the name before. I don't remember what they actually do here.
Have we?
Um, yeah, yeah,
Sounds familiar.
we've seen this
Yeah,
in
okay.
our list in the past, but
I
I don't know what they do or whatnot. But 100,000 shares traded, they're up 6.4. Doesn't look great. And actually, I remember this one because Peter, you were making fun of it, and I think you're laughing now because you're ready to make fun of this stock again. You're making
really
fun of the name. Yeah, you made fun of the name. I remember that. That was
okay. Well, it,
hilarious.
it it
Yeah,
is amusing, but I am
it is.
like 8 years old on the inside. So uh,
So
yeah, it's funny because one of the things I check are stock twits. If you don't check out stock twits, it's
yeah.
just interesting source of sometimes information, a lot of stuff you have to ignore. But every time there's a stock that gaps and I have no news, I go to StockTwits to see what's happening. And Figure Motion today is giving me the typical stuff. All I've got are 100 tweets that say, it's time to buy. It's about to explode. It's going to the
Mm,
moon.
mm-hmm.
And every time one of these things jumps up, that's what people are saying. I'm like, really? Like, I don't know what's going on with it, but most of the time, it doesn't go to the moon. It's not time to buy, and it's not ready to explode. But every
Yeah.
once in a while, they're right, and then they're like, "See, I told you." You know.
Once in a blue they hit, but mainly when you hear that, it's most likely too late. Which again, this
Yeah.
thing has gone from $1 to 7. Does it have more
That's,
strength in it? We'll have to see.
Finger motion. They
Finger
analyze and
motion, yeah.
transform mobile data to improve people's lifestyles through technology and innovation. Wow, that is a great
Hmm.
buzzword line that means absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't have AI in there too. But yeah, um, I don't like it, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see what else to see in here. ICCT was on the list either yesterday or the day before. And again, just trace horrible. 6.8 up this morning, 166,000 shares traded. Just not a whole lot of volume. And you just got to be careful, man. Look at it the
Yeah,
day before. This is
they're
just
going to move.
brutal.
They're going to get some volume just because of this merger that they're doing,
Yeah.
taking over this dental services trade, which is basically what they're do, right? They're I don't know, a dental services consolidator.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're just going to see continued motion with them. I mean, like, just look at that daily chart, right? When you get a crazy move like that, you get sort of this carry on motion for a few days, but it's ugly. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Some of these moves are wild. I was just looking
this
at the five
gapping
minute
list.
from a few days ago, and it's just look at these wicks. I don't like this. You see this here? I guarantee you these are very sudden drops, and people just getting caught thinking, "Hey, we got a bull flag here. We're gonna break out. We're hitting the high of the day," and you're just getting slammed on. And this is not 20 cents, by the way. Yeah, that's 10 something there. This is dropping down to 75 cents drop there, right? So it's not a small move that you're getting. This is even bigger, 10.60 all the way down to 9.50. It's almost $1 drop there. And I'm sure if you look at the 1 minute, it's not going to look any better. So stocks like that, man, you gotta be extra cautious. Float on this is 156 million. So it's not a low flow stock, but again, it's moving like one, at least when it's getting volume. So be careful. Another one that I don't like this morning doesn't even look great pre-market wise, just besides the gap down 6.8. Nothing else on here looks interesting. Docu, another one that's difficult to trade. Let's see if it's in play today.
Yeah.
We're up 2.1, 300,000 shares traded. What else we got here? That's it. Daily doesn't
Yeah,
look all that hot.
Docu's popping on and off the list. They actually had earnings. I think it was after the close yesterday. Beat their numbers and raised their guidance. They're they actually had some news. Something's going on with them, anyways. They don't typically get a lot of volume pre-market, so I'm not surprised to see it fairly light. 300,000. Oh, hey buddy. Hey, welcome. Anyways.
Hey.
It's good seeing you too. Oh, sorry, interruption.
That's
Yes,
okay.
yes,
You
yes,
got to
yes,
say
yes.
hi to him. Absolutely, man.
Hi.
He's like,
Hi.
why are you still
Hi.
sitting there and not coming outside to play with me or something?
Sorry.
He's doing his rounds. Love it. Love it.
And the almond milk. Yeah, it's my wife got me on almond milk years ago. I just never bothered to change back.
All right. Excellent. So yeah, Peter, you were talking about Docu.
Yeah. I said they typically don't get a lot of volume pre-market. A little hard to trade, but I'll keep an eye on them because you never know. They every once in a while they actually do get some decent movement, and we'll see if that happens today.
All right. Maybe a secondary one for now. Again, we don't have a whole lot, so we do have room for it. I'm not a big fan of the way this moves, but we'll see what happens. It dropped off our list here just because it's right below 2%. But another one popped up that's been somewhat active. VFS. So VFS. We saw this climb up to 90, slam back down to 25, and today we're just slightly up this morning. But this is pure garbage, guys. What did it do yesterday? It dropped here, but we didn't have shares to short. So although it had a beautiful sell off day, there was no opportunity to if you're trading it with interactive brokers. So yeah, nothing to see here. I think it's gonna sell down great. I don't think it's gonna pop up great. And look, every day's been red, 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 red.
I know. Look at that.
Just
Look at
not to
that
see here.
volcano pattern, eh? And especially
Yeah.
look at the top. Look at that spinning top doji, right?
Hmm.
Yeah. What a crazy day, right? Just
Yeah.
signaled the reverse, and then it's been just going down ever since red day after red day. Little tiny candles getting smaller. It's a shame because it looked like it would have been a great, trading stock over the long term. It was only, good to trade for like 4 days.
Yeah, no, it's brutal. All right, let's see what's next over here. Heading down to our gap down list, leading the way AMC down
Oh,
2.3 this morning. And yeah, just highway to hell. Yesterday this thing sold off really, really nice, guys. I was not really looking to get into a trade on this one, but this was a beautiful short, man. I don't remember if we
yeah.
had I believe we had shares for short too yesterday. I didn't
Uh,
check. I wasn't trading it, but
yesterday that I didn't see shares for short. It was on short sale restriction, I think.
yeah,
I'm not sure now.
yeah,
Yeah,
it could have been. I don't remember, but
hard to
but yeah,
borrow. I don't remember.
yeah,
I remember I looked and I didn't look imminently possible for me. So, but yeah, look, it's amazing to me how much has dropped. So as powerful as Taylor Swift is, she's an economic force. But even Taylor cannot save AMC.
It's
So
only so much you could do to try to save garbage, and it's tough. It's tough to do that. Wait, they also got didn't somebody buy like 50 million shares or something? I mean, I hope they got some kind of discount because right now they're down pretty bad. I could have told them not to do that. That is
was there?
not a good look.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, yeah. Someone mentioned it in our YouTube chat. There was a 50 million investment or something on this. Hopefully, I'm not confusing the ticker. But it was some crazy number, right? So I don't know. It's wild. Very careful on this thing. All right. What else we have here, guys? So that is AMC. Oh, what's that? No, that was GameStop. Actually, I think that was GameStop. I don't remember. It was, you know what? It was one of these two garbage companies.
Yeah, there
Yeah,
was a big investor on GameStop
it was
that
GameStop. Yeah, I'm
bought a
confusing it.
big share block, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's my mistake.
yeah.
But again, looking at games, also another one that's garbage. Just be careful with these garbage stock guys. There were fun ones. The party is absolutely over on those two tickers. Here is Marathon Digital. They are dropping 3.2 here and just starting to get going, getting some volume here. 500,000 something occurring right now as we're dropping 132 traded shares here in this just last 5 minutes. So not sure what's going on there. We'll come back to it. Let's let it develop a little bit. That is Mara this morning. PHG. This is oh, this looks horrible. Looks foreign, really. Just the way this daily's gapping up and down here with no
Oh my
volume, and
God.
today doesn't look any good. So I don't like it.
Yeah, can you say the name of that company for me?
Uh, Conning. No, man. Just no. Phillips something. Something Phillips.
Conic
Yeah.
Clinky Clinky. I don't know. Anyways,
Yeah.
something
If you
Phillips
if you can't
out of the
pronounce the name
Netherlands.
of it, you probably shouldn't trade it. But
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
We'll stay away from that one. All right, good. So there it is, guys. This list made up of a lot of basura this morning. Just not a whole lot going on. Let's take it to you, Peter. What do you like today so far?
Uh, well, there's a couple of things. We only touched on Docu for earnings and other earnings news. We had Restoration Hardware, now known as RH. They beat their numbers, but actually lowered their full year guidance. So that's got them gapping down this morning. Fair amount, no volume, but I don't know. Maybe they'll move after the open. They're not one that typically trades a lot of volume pre market either. And I never actually found them to be a good day trading stock, but you never know. Kroger, another one that in that same bucket, doesn't tend to trade a lot pre-market. Really hit or miss as to whether it trades well at the open. Sort of a mixed picture. They had earnings, missed on revenue, but beat bottom line. So they're just gapping down marginally this morning on relatively light volume. Last one I want to mention is Chevron CVX. Not an earnings play in this case, but and no volume pre-market. I mean, they don't look good pre-market, but some big news. They've got a strike going on with all of their LNG, liquefied natural gas facilities in Australia, and that facility, I guess, provides about 5% of the global supply of LNG, which means that we could see, well, we're already seeing impact. In fact, overnight for us, early this morning, the liquefied natural gas prices in Europe went up over 12% as a result of this strike. So, that is interesting. Chevron is going to drop because of the strike, right? They're losing revenue. But if liquefied natural gas prices go up, that means that that's actually sort of good for the balance of their operation. So I'm not sure, but I think Chevron might be in play if you're interested in watching that. Again, the ticker is CVX. That's what I've got on my list. You're on mute, Carlos.
Sorry about that. A few of those just don't trade very well. You can see on the daily and also on the pre-market how light the volume is. All right, let's take it to a room, guys. See what you guys have this morning. Let's start here with XBEF. That's being mentioned. I didn't read the comment, but I just see a ticker XBEF. So not really in play right now. Again, very quiet. We'll have to see where this goes. We're looking for some kind of breakout here. Remember, the daily looked good, never happened. You did get a dollar pop, but it just was not able to hold that. So we're back down yesterday. So we'll see where it goes from here. It can go either way, but not really in play at the moment. And wow, FSLR. This is an old one here. FSLR. This is First Solar.
First Solar.
180. Wow, they really maintained their price here because we were trading them when they were a lot lower than this. But yeah, solar panel CVs. Thing was hot at one point. Not an easy trader though. I do remember that they're up 2.2 right here. No volume really right now, so you got to be careful. They're very light on what they do daily. And snow is another one that's very similar to this, where they're very light on volume. Have been in play. I've seen you guys trade this once in a while. I'm not a fan of the way the volume comes in on this, and the way the price action and time and sales works. But they're up 3.2, 104,000. Again, depending on your style, maybe this fits your criteria. Breakout out of 160 at 164 now. If you can get some momentum, there could be some opportunities there. So, Arziayo, if I pronounced that correct, I see your two tickers there. It just depends on your trading style, right? On Snow and First Solar. Apple. Let's take a look at Apple. What do we have? We have Apple 1.1 million shares traded on Apple. So we got some volume this morning. I don't see where that volume is in the pre-market because this does not add up to 1.1 million. So maybe some transactions being recorded, but a good one for a second day. We had a nice bounce, a decent bounce out of this yesterday. Maybe a continuation, maybe an overreaction on this gap down. I mean, just a whole lot going on there. Not all positive news out of China on Apple. I mean, these guys depend so heavily on China, and it's not a good look where the country depends so much on is allowing certain people, well, preventing certain people from buying
Right.
your product. It's just not good. I know it's not gonna probably affect Apple as much, but it's just not a good look. I mean, it's just
Yeah.
doesn't, yeah, you know. So if I'm an investor that's kind of on the fence on it, I don't like that. I don't want to hear stuff like that. So big drop yesterday, maybe an overreaction will be a good one for secondary day today.
Yeah.
Um,
Tesla's probably good to keep an eye on as well.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Tesla look actually even better this morning as far as pre-market action. And look at the daily too, man. We've been seeing this daily stuck in this range, Peter, but this range is like almost
I
seven
know.
dollars. It's a beautiful range as far as
Yeah.
how wide it is. So you know, yeah, I like this today. This is good. Tesla is nice
Yeah, if
this
you just
morning.
look at that daily, you may think it's not something you want to trade, but as you say, the range that it moves, it actually can give you some
Yeah,
good trading. So
yeah,
worth keeping an eye on. Yeah, since we're on a light list, I would also keep an eye on probably Meta. I mean, it's had a couple of good moves this week. Yesterday wasn't an especially good day in my opinion, but yeah,
yeah.
I like sort of where it's sitting in a daily. If we can get up over this $300 mark and hold it for the morning, we might get a move higher. We'll see. And the other one is Amazon that I'm watching. So we'll of the standards. Interestingly for me is that Nvidia has sort of fallen off my radar. Is I haven't loved the way it's been trading the last few days. So Nvidia was like the big one to watch for a while, but I don't know. It's gotten all choppy and ugly for me. So
Yeah,
um,
yeah. I actually added Nvidia yesterday because towards the bell, it started moving very well here, pre-market, like right before the bell, you saw a nice drop and it was picking up some volume. But then the market opened, it did an AMD on us. I mean, it's just it, it traded
yeah.
horrible, so wasn't nice. It got better later, maybe at the close if you catch this move here, a little bit earlier actually. But yeah, it was not good. So Nvidia will be in the secondary. AMD, I'll throw this in a secondary as well. And yeah, so what's the news on Meta yesterday? I don't think there was any news on it, not that I'm aware of. I think it's just overall market movement on Meta.
Uh,
So I don't think there was. I
There
don't.
was a bunch of
I'm not
little
aware.
bits of news on Meta yesterday, actually, that because
Yeah.
we talked about that in the pre-market. If you remember, there's that lawsuit in Norway, I think it was,
Right. Right.
and then the European Union and their digital. I always forget what it's called. Their digital anyways laws that they put in place about protecting people against digital ads and stuff and anyways, so there's a couple of things going on with them, but yeah, nothing, no one single large
Yeah.
event.
Yeah. There was nothing that caused this pop up for sure because most of the stuff seems somewhat negative. But again, like you said, very
Yeah,
small.
yeah,
Um.
quite a reversal to noon on, and then on volume, wasn't it? I mean, on Meta, to me, it was a hard move to catch because I mean, I wouldn't have expected it
Yeah.
to drop that much. And then, if you didn't catch that, then the afternoon it would have been really hard to trade. It's actually pretty choppy,
Yeah.
despite the
Yeah.
move back up. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was a very aggressive move, barely any pullbacks, and then look at the reverse. It doesn't give you an opportunity
Yeah.
to even catch that. So that was tough. Um, all right, so there we have it, guys. Another one on here: EBR earnings. EBR. Oh no. Earnings after hours, maybe. Whatever's happening here, it doesn't look great. I mean, just no, not this has not been nothing traded today. Maybe what 7 shares? What do we have here?
Brazilian utility company. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
this
gonna be
doesn't look
hard.
good. That is not good. So even with the catalyst of possible earnings, they do not look great for today. All right, friends, this is all we have. Let's take a look here at our community events and announcements. We'll come back and do the levels for the three tickers we have: Apple, Tesla, and Meta. I mean that is it, guys. I mean this week has
All
been
right.
extremely slow. Today is a cherry on top type day. So let's get to our community events. Well, that's not it. Well, let me get the right thing here, Peter, for you.
Queuing. Queuing. Well, look, we're pretty much done the major activities in the room for this week, but we always have a new slate of activities. So we're going to look at next week and tell you what's coming. We start every week on Mondays with our onboarding class, and that onboarding class is a great way to get familiar with the community and what you can, take advantage of, how to get access to all of the material and training and everything else that's available. Mike and Megan lead that most Mondays. Megan did it this week, actually being a short week. She did it on Tuesday, but it's back to its regular time, 8 o'clock on Monday, into the onboarding room. So hopefully you'll join us there. Whether you're new or just want a refresher, it's a place to go. Tuesday, we will have our regular strategy and tradebook session. This Tuesday, we're excited to have Thor back talking about Camarilla pivot points and Bookmap. He's added a number of new tools. I mean, you probably know that he trades futures now as well as options and loves the futures for very good reason. But he's going to be focusing on how he leverages Bookmap. And the Bookmap information really helps him refine his trading strategy. And he uses it in combination with the Camarilla pivots, and he'll sort of explain that approach at 8 o'clock on Tuesday, coming up September the 12th in the webinar room. The week after, Andrew is going to be back with us talking about his intraday option strategies. Andrew's been trading options for quite a while, and readily admit, right, he's not the foremost expert. He leans on RD heavily, and that's great to have people whom you know who really know their stuff. But he's going to talk about how he's added that to his trading portfolio and how you can as well. So that'll be 8 o'clock on September 19th. Wednesdays are all about psychology, and this coming Wednesday, we're happy to have Kreda back with us. Kreda is going to be talking about how to manage your inner struggles and deal with those internal trading demons. Now, whenever Kreda joins, it's an early time, so keep that in mind. Mark your calendars for 5 o'clock, 1 hour after the market close on Wednesday the 13th. That's when Kreda is going to be giving that webinar once again in the webinar room. And then the week after, Wednesday, September 20th, Mike is going to be back talking about how to cut through the noise and make your own decisions in trading. So it's an important aspect of being comfortable with your own approach to trading and managing your psychology. So hopefully you'll attend for both of those. Thursdays, like yesterday, are all about our mentorship sessions. Yesterday we had some great sessions. Today we are looking forward to next Thursday when John, Jared, Megan, and Thor are all going to be giving sessions. John at 11 a.m. All these are in the webinar room. Jared and Megan at 2 o'clock talking about options, and then back with Thor at 8 p.m. For a conversation about Camarilla, pivot points, Bookmap, futures. He'll talk about anything you want to talk. Ask him about Florida, auctions. He's happy to talk about anything. He's just a happy guy. So hopefully the Jags, yeah, he'll talk about the Jaguars. Sure, So anyways, hopefully you'll join them for mentorship next Thursday. That's the slate of activities over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully you'll join us for those. Keep in mind, if you're an elite member, everything gets recorded and put, except for some of the mentorship sessions, but all the regular sessions do get recorded and put into the education center so that you can watch those at any time. So they're available for you, over the long term. If you want to join us, consider any of our membership options. The Education Center intro offer is the best deal if you just want to get started and sort of get a dip your toe in, see if this is a community for you. If you're listening right now, use the code premarket24 to get a $24 discounted price. So you get $15 off the $39 price for that 1 week offer. And then you can join using the basic or elite monthly plans, or if you're ready to jump right in, use the elite annual. It's always the best deal. And now, right now, we still have our Labor Day deal going on. Labor 50 is the code to get that discounted rate. So hopefully you will join us here soon. I saw a couple of new members saying hi this morning. So welcome to those that are new in the room. And like I was encouraging you, don't be ever shy to ask questions. We love questions. And you find not only the moderators, but the rest of the community will help you out. We all started wherever you are in your journey, and we're happy to help, because the more people that join us in this journey and are successful, the better it is for everyone. So welcome.
Absolutely. All right, guys, remember me and Peter are always late to announcements and things like that. So that Labor 50 might not be available no more, but Peter will help you out. If you go to our website right now, it is not there. I just checked and like, wait a minute, something's up
Yeah,
here.
you got to put the code in. Code
So
Labor 50 when you go to checkout, and you should be able
yeah,
to get the discount.
so I don't see it
If you
advertised
don't, you
here.
email me, Peter at
Exactly.
Variable Traders, and
so
I'll make sure you get that deal for
so
today.
um so yeah, so we're announcing it now. We don't guarantee it that's gonna be there next week. So take advantage if
There you
you're
go. The
on the
dude
fence.
says that the code still works. Awesome name, by the way.
Okay, good, good. All right, excellent. All right, guys, let's get to our levels here. Again, we don't have a whole lot this morning. We do have Apple, Tesla, and Meta. So we'll see where these goes today. Again, just a list of our usual suspects. It is a very, very slow morning. Look at this ticker, Bros. What a great ticker, Bros. Let's see what Bros has to say for us, Dutch Bros.
That's they're
Great
the
ticker name,
Dutch brothers. Yeah,
but horrible trading. So it's nothing going on there. All right, let's
yeah.
go back to Apple. All right, levels, my friends. Starting here, if you haven't done so already, guys, hit that thumbs up over on YouTube. We are sitting at, let me check, 63. So the likes are as low as our our gappers list this morning. So if we could try to beat the quality of our gappers list on the likes, that would be amazing. We're looking for 140. I know it'll be tough on a Friday where things are seem to be on a slower pace this morning. Love the pre-market 177.06 on Apple, and if you look below that, you do have the low from yesterday after a big drop here. Did recover, hit the level here. We found some support around 173.60 yesterday, so you see a couple of days bouncing off of that. Below that would have been 172.05. So let's see here. Towards the top of this 174, we do have 175. So another great area here. I'm going to mark that down just in case we do decide to drop here this morning. But again, we got a nice little bounce here. We're up slightly. Let's see if the momentum can continue to the upside here on Apple. 179 is another level there that we have. And then above that, we do have the highs and lows for the last two trading days. So though they're very, very far out, right? In between here, you do have a nice spot, more of a probably a weaker level, so not a major level, minor level here at 179.93. Just got a couple of days slamming into that opening and closing around that area, using that as resistance, a little bit of support there. So that could be good to have. But there's Apple, guys. Some volume this morning. Candles are looking much better after 8:30. Was not looking great before that, a little bit choppy. But now you're starting to see some really good activity out of this one. So that could be good today. Hopefully that continues. Here is Tesla. Again, Tesla stuck in this $7 range, which is very nice for us. And a lot of these days, we're going from the top of the range to the bottom to the top, top to the bottom and back to the middle. Yesterday started at the bottom, and got to the middle. So it's been moving very well. It's moving, man. It's crazy. Um,
I started
uh,
at the bottom. Now we're here.
Started at the bottom, now we're here, so it's going, it's going nicely. So definitely in play. The key with Tesla is you got to have a nice wide stop. It cannot be 50 cents, it cannot be 10 cents. You're all going to get stopped out. Nice wide stop, and you got to have a great entry. 250 2023 is the low. 249, excuse me, 249 252.26 is low of the pre-market. The high 252.25 right now, and testing that in the last couple of minutes. So above that, I mean, you're stuck between the highs and lows of the last two trading days. The next level is going to be the high of 2 days ago, 255.28, and then right up here at the top of the range, 257.90. So this can go either way. I'm betting top of the range today, but we will see. Here is Meta, guys. Meta literally smack in the middle of the highs and days of the highs and lows of the last two trading days. High of the pre-market, we are sitting at 301.10. Towards the bottom, you got the low of the pre-market, and then also the previous day close here at 298.51. Once you do that, man, I think you're pretty set. Also, has been stuck within a range. Yes, it did some really creative stuff here with the high and low. Your low was only at 292. Your high at 307. The range has been much tighter than that. We'll see where Meta goes today. So that is what you need to do. Put your high and low there, and then you're surrounded by some very key levels around that high and low of the pre-market this morning on Meta. And then we got some possibles that we got Mara. Mara continues to drop here. I don't know what's going on. Is there any news on a crypto, Bitcoin, or anything Mara related? They seem to be the only one down 5%. So maybe it's just news on them. But yeah, they're something here at 845 got them going pretty
Yeah,
good.
Mara basically has a secondary offering, so they're offering
Oh,
about
that ain't fun.
417 million of convertible notes
Hmm.
to the market. So yeah, that usually brings their price down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So there it is. Not the best catalyst, but I have it here as a secondary, and we'll see how the market open treats this one. All right, let's take a look at our moderators list, guys, which is empty. What a morning! What a way to end the week, Peter. No
Yeah.
moderators list this morning. Oh, I see Jared coming in with his and adding some stuff. All right, we'll look at that. But yeah, it's been a week where you have to be patient. We are going to get something's going to trade. Your patience just has to be there, man. Really wait for the setup and know that on days like this, it'll get better. If not next week, the week after, we'll get really good. But on days like this, just be patient and wait for that setup. So all right, let's move this over as we wait for some moderators to throw out their lists. I have Jared here. He's looking at Airbnb, Snow, VFS for a daily bounce there, Tesla and Meta as well, and he's adding ENPH on his list also. Then Megan looking at Snow from Jared. Did you have anything else? Oh, look at here. Some I missed Thor, Tesla, Apple, and futures. And then Megan has Snow. No IPOs, no SPACs for today. Peter, your list: AMD, Tesla, Apple, Docu, CVX, and scanners. Yeah, scanners, guys. TradingTerminal.com and get free scanners there, and you can see what's happening. A question came in earlier asking, what scanners do we look at the intraday? During the intraday, and there's a few. I like the turbo breakup, turbo breakdown scanners, and let me see if I have this properly set up here. You can have different types of layout. So this is my pre-market show layout. I want to see the gappers, so I really care about. I have a chart that you have here, and this links up nicely. So when you change it here, it changes everything. The news for that ticker, right, and all the information you can possibly want here. You got your daily volume, all this good stuff. The flow, it's just very very handy. And I love when you just click on something here and you get all that information right up. But when the market opens, I have my other trading terminal layout. And this one here, I still have the new stuff. I got to find a good spot for this. This is what I'm looking at. These two, let me get this. I got to resize this correctly. But I'm looking at turbo breakup, turbo breakdown scanners. Those are my two favorite ones right up here. So this is all going to populate the market open. And there's some other ones depending on your strategy. You can drop down on this. You can look at volume breakouts. You can look at anything that gets halted. There's a few things you can mess around with. So depending on your strategy, if you're looking for a 15-minute open range breakout and 30-minute, that's available there as well. So play around with these extreme reversals, but make sure. And guys, and this happened to me. We got a little bit of time, Peter. You could jump in as well. This happened to me when I first started. I thought scanners were like gold, and they're really not. They're not. They're just an indicator. They're a tool for you to use. So when you see something here, it doesn't mean it's ready to take a trade. You gotta have a trade book set up. You gotta be looking at other stuff that AMA has put out for extreme reversals. Have a plan in place. Don't just come in here and say, "Oh, extreme reversal, Mara, let's go long or let's go short." Trust me, you're gonna lose a lot of money that way. Go to the education center, learn how to trade a strategy first, and then use this to help you identify stuff that you might not see when you're doing your morning setup like we are this morning, right? So very, very important. Carlos, where's the opening range breakout scanner? So I don't, the opening range breakout scanner is this one here, 55, 15, 30, but I like the turbo breakup and turbo breakdown. Because what this does for me, it gives me stocks that are getting heavy volume at the market open. So I'll look at that and then I'll see if anything is forming nicely for a 5 minute ORB. So these two is what I'm looking at. Okay. Peter, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think you covered it. I mean, look, it's quiet day, which means exactly as Carlos saying, though, the scanners are the things to keep an eye on because, they may help you out. Or, you have a chat room or both. I actually rely on the chat room pretty heavily because, just because I'm not watching it, someone else might be. And they often call things out. We do that for each other all the time and brings your attention to the things that may be moving in the moment. You can make your own decision as to whether there's a good trade in it. So, yeah, it's I actually sort of like these days. So, my AMD's got remarkably low volume this morning, but I don't worry about it. May mean I don't have an open trade. I just wait a little while, right? The midday, we'll see what opportunity presents.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, friends, 9:13, getting ready for Brian and Andrew to trade live. Remember, we have the show, the Toronto show coming up. It starts today, Peter, or tomorrow?
Today. Starts
Oh, it
today.
starts
Yeah.
today. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
someone asked if me and you are going to be there. No, we are not going to be there. But Andrew, Artie, Paris, and I'm not sure who else of the moderating team is going to be there. So make sure you catch
Brian.
that.
Brian's going to
Brian
be
is going to
there.
be there.
Yeah.
We're definitely missing the Sue action that he's going to do tomorrow. So don't miss that. Sign up. And you also got a meetup that you can sign up as well. So, couple of questions here. It seems like trade terminal alerts come in after any potential trade entry. I don't know about that because they're very timely. Now, yes, you're not going, well, and with anything, guys, with any news and catalyst, you're never going to get, and I know you know this, the exact time something happens because it has to happen for the scanners to catch it, right? So sometimes I look at something, oh, the move's already done, and that happens quite a bit, and that's with everything because the scanners can give you something that's that hasn't happened yet. It's reactive, right? We just hope that it creates the volume. Like I always tell people, you want the catalyst and the scanners to create the volume, right? Let it create the volume and then see if there's a pullback, an opportunity for you to jump in, right? So yeah, I agree with you. No scanner is going to tell you, hey, this thing's about to drop. And I know you know that I'm not being sarcastic, but you have to kind of put it in your spot and then see, okay, is there something here that I can get a pullback on that I can take advantage of, right? That's kind of like the setup it has to be. One last question is, do we use scanners for all stocks or you have? No, I use my watch list first. And then if there's nothing here, I'll look at the scanners, right? That's the way we would do it. All right, excellent. I think we are all set, friends. No more moderators with their list. Looks like we are good to go. Andrew and Brian are up next if have not started their travels yet. And
I think they're both on the road by now, and I think it's Thor that's due in the morning. So is that right,
very
Thor?
nice.
You got the open? All right. Trade smart, everybody. We'll talk to you on Monday.
All right, guys, have an amazing weekend. Peter, we won't see you till when?
No, I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Oh, you're here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, I was going to say we won't
Yes.
see you till December, but you're back next week for 3 days. Okay,
Yeah.
excellent. Sounds good, my friends. Take care. Have an amazing weekend, and we'll see you guys on Monday. Have a safe trading day.
Have a great one, everyone.